Hello, everybody. Somebody, anybody, one body. Hello. So we went to the Iziko South African Museum. Iziko South African Museum in Cape Town, in the company's gardens. We didn't go to the gardens because it's winter and I'm sure there are no flowers. But when you go in summer, the garden itself is worth going to. I'm not sure now. I saw that they're renovating to make a memorial for people in the army. So I don't know now. But there were bird cages and fish ponds. It was beautiful and a beautiful rose garden. So if you ever come to Cape Town, or if you are in Cape Town and have never gone, go to the company's gardens in summer and hopefully I won't disappoint you. But the Izigo South African Museum has a planetarium as well. I went once long ago. I loved it. I loved the just sitting and looking at the stars. We went in school. We went for a school outing. That was my first time going to the planetarium. I went again later with the children. The chairs were tattered. It was really run down. The chairs were broken. The seating, it wasn't nice. It really wasn't nice. I'm not sure now how it is. I am hoping that now that the twins are older and I can hopefully get dad to stay home with the twins, I will try and take the older four and we will go to the planetarium. Or the older four can go on their own. Then I don't have to sit and hurt myself. It was nice because we got the chairs tilted and you looked up and it was this huge dome of darkness. And then they would talk about the constellations. Oh, it was lovely. It was beautiful. So if you are in Cape Town and you've never gone to the planetarium, see what shows there are and choose what suits you. The other reason I haven't gone is some of it is mixed with a talking dog, and we try and stick to realistic things. So I don't want my children to, especially children who take things literally. I really don't want them to be exposed to talking dogs because dogs don't talk. I just don't want to. So I'd rather that they were just educated and learning about dogs or playing with dogs. So this was our trip. We went and we weren't sure if we should take Rio, Riradile, because of just how she never really looks, or she doesn't look at anything. Whether we're outside, whether we're inside, she doesn't look at anything. Once she did look at penguins and then she wanted to get into the penguin enclosure at the aquarium, but otherwise she's really not into looking at things, studying things, being attracted. She's not attracted to animals or flowers. Sometimes flowers, yes. Sometimes she does look at flowers. So we weren't sure if we should take her. We did take her, but yeah. So far, she hasn't yet found her groove. I really wish she could talk. I wish she could talk. Then she would tell me, is it the smells? Is it too big? Is it that it's somewhere new? She doesn't want to be somewhere new. I wish I knew why. But anyway, she rushed through. So her dad went through with her. He gets bored with these things. He's like, I've been to the museum so many times. So they went off together and then they waited in the car. I stayed with my children. Some of the exhibits have changed, which was good for me because I also have been to the museum quite a few times. And it does get a bit old. Actually, I'm lying. Even the old exhibits, they don't get old. They don't. Especially the place with the big elephants. I've always loved that since I was a child. I really enjoyed going to see the big elephants. I don't know why. I just am drawn to them. I love that room. So I went, and what I enjoyed is that my 4-year-old was now more engaged. She didn't just look and say, oh, bird. She was talking, conversing with us. I loved it. It was worth going. It was really worth going. As I shared in a group when we wanted to adopt, and I was waiting and waiting for our daughter, I told them that the thing I really look forward to the most is experiencing things through my child's eyes, teaching a little one and seeing things for the first time with their minds and eyes. It is a pleasure for me. So hearing my daughter speaking and getting excited and running too fast. Speaking of which, so little Miss went off with her dad. So it was me and 5 children. But 5 children are not all interested in the same thing at one time. And others can read, so they actually read what's written. Others are not interested in anything. Others are not interested in stones. Others are really interested in stones, carvings. It was crazy. So there was a point where I wanted to go and just sit in the car and hope that that would reduce the pain I was now feeling. But there was no way I could leave my poor teenagers with three nutty children, because those three smaller ones, oh my word, they're all over the place. My son, Mikaya, he's scared of heights, so he didn't want to go close to certain things when we were up a level. He didn't want to get close there. He kind of stayed back. And Marissa was just in her own world. She wanted to go and watch or go and see whatever she wanted to see. She didn't want to stick with the rest of us. And my talkative 4-year-old Urineile, Nene, was everywhere and nowhere. She just rushed to everything. And there's no person who's a stranger to her. She just goes to talk to people. She goes and joins in their photos. So somewhere out there are children who come from Lentegeer, learners with special educational needs school, and they have my daughter in their photo. While I was busy trying to chase my middle two, her sister and brother, oldest sister and brother, found her in the middle of these other children's photo. And she just went and joined them happily. And they were calling her, "No, come out." And the girls, it was teenage girls, they said, "Nah, it's fine. She can stay." So yeah, she's in their photo. I wonder what they told their parents. It was really enjoyable because of the excitement and questions and talking that I could do. And though I did have to stand and walk longer than I wanted to so that I could chase everybody, it was still worth it. I am so glad we went. So these are our pictures. They're not going to be very clear because it's dark in there. They're bright lights. My phone couldn't compete with all that. But I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy the bit that you see of our Iziko South African Museum. I can't remember the fees individually, but we paid 200 Rand for all 8 of us. I think we did. Yeah, we paid 200 Rand for all 8 of us. See you later.
Flood.
Yes, the flood destroyed it, hey? And all the rocks fell over.
And then it's got teeth.
Yes.
It's got. And then over on the house. This is a flood.
Got squashed. And it
Destroyed.
got destroyed.
How?
He's brave.
Chicken it.
Yes.
There we go. You see them going in. These at the side of my box is very exciting.
They're happy.
They're all charging into it. They're looking for a new home and they said thank you, beekeeper.
Yes, that means they're flying fast
being
into
our
the
chef.
box he's holding. He brought a box to move them and they want to be in the box.
See them here? They got those gland ends and they fan over the gland. You see all these little fanning bees here? They're calling all the other bees. Come inside. All of these bees are
See, the
fanning.
bees are talking to each other. Come inside, come inside. Imagine being inside this. They're going to the jaws. Huge.
Oh, in the right place.
Yes, you are in the right place.
Wow, what do we end up?
Listen to that. Listen. That's the sound the whale makes. The whale makes that sound.
Where is it?
It's just the sound, not the whale. And it's all sticky, so more pollen from the. Where does pollen come from?
Honey.
Pollen.
Flower.
Yes, from the flower.